Welcome back to ZachusTravel. I'm so glad you joined me for another video. Today's about long-haul flights, international flights that take forever, and how to enjoy them, how to have some stuff that will make you more comfortable. That's what I'm here to help you. Today I'm going to focus on tech, 3 tech items and a bonus tip for you that you must-haves to do an international long-haul flight that will make the trip so much better. So here we go. This is a really long video. There's 10 tips and a bonus tip. And the reason I did it so long because some of you are probably looking to just know 10 things that you need to know on a long haul flight because it's your first international flight, or you've had some bad experience, or you're trying to make it better, whatever it may be. So I'm gonna give you all 10 really quickly here, and then you can keep watching if you want to hear more reviews or why I chose these top 10 and why they're so vital to making your long haul flight easier, better, safer, and more fun. So tip 1 is going to be all about water, snacks, and food. Tip 2 is going to be about Bose and noise canceling headphones. Tip 3 is about AirFly transmitters for Bluetooth headphones. Tip 4 is compression socks. Be sure and check that out. Tip 5 is about how to get over jet lag. Tip 6 is about your carry-on and the size of it and different airline rules and restrictions that you need to know about. Tip 7 is about the neck pillow. Gotta have one. Is it good or bad? Tip 8 is about the different seat types and what seat you want to be in on a budget. Tip 9 is about exercise, what you can do to make sure you don't get blood clots, and tips on keeping you moving on a long haul flight. Tip 10 is about content, downloading content, technology, how to make sure you have enough for your trip and for the long haul flight. And then there's a bonus tip. The bonus tip you'll have to watch the video for. It's really cool. It's going to save you some time and some money. Now, long haul flights, for me anyway, I've flown so many times. Flying is something I enjoy, something I do for business, something I do for pleasure. Mainly in the United States, from coast to coast and all over. I think last year I flew 10 different airlines and did 5 different countries, and it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of traveling. So this channel is all about helping you with all the aspects of traveling. And today is about flying, and specifically about long flights, over 10 hours. I mean, if you fly from Atlanta to Seattle, it's like 6-7 hours. That's not really a long flight. It can be longer than normal, but I'm really talking about like 13 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, 20-hour flights around the world. How do you do that, and what do you need to know to make sure that you do it the right way? Step 1, this tip is all about battery packs or chargers that you can carry around with you and charge your devices up, mainly your phone, maybe your iPad. This is specifically about long haul flights, but it's also great for airports. A lot of carry-ons are now coming with them built in, and they pop out so you can carry them with you on the plane. And even when you're traveling, if you're in another country and are going around the city and you need to charge your phone up or really quickly while you're eating or something, or in a taxi, there's just a lot of great advantages to having one of these. I'm going to put a link down in the description below if you don't have one built in to your luggage. If you're looking for a new carry-on, I'm going to put that link down in the description below too. I recommend Waitlist and Giro. The Giro is really awesome for more rugged stuff, and if you're looking for more of a cloth type luggage. And the Waitlist is a more hard case, 4-wheel luggage, and it comes with a built-in battery pack. Or you can just get the battery pack, which at Amazon, the one I recommend is right down below, right under the subscribe button. So the advantage of this is if you fly an international flight, you're gonna have to, deal with the whole different kinds of connectors, plugs, and if you fly even a domestic flight, a lot of times their plugs don't work, or they're slow, or your cord keeps falling out, or it's kind of in a bad place, like under you or in front of you, and it's just like always in the way. So I always take a battery pack. They usually will charge your phone 4 to 6 times That's how much they hold. And most of them, the one I recommend, will let you charge it 3 different ways. So you don't have to have just a USB micro cable that you carry around with you all the time. If you have your USB-C from your Mac or a lightning cable from your phone, there's many ways to charge the battery pack up. And to charge your phone up through the battery pack, it comes with a fast charger, 2 fast chargers. That really rapidly charges your phone up really fast, and it's a super advantage because when you're on a long haul flight, you want to be able to watch movies, you want to be able to listen to your audio. You may not always want to watch or listen to the entertainment that's built into the plane. And so this is a huge tip. A lot of people think, oh, it's just such a pain, but it comes in handy so many times when you're flying international and you're doing long haul flights. It may not be such a big deal if you're just flying for 2 or 3 hours and domestically, but if you're taking a long haul flight, which is what this video is about, I would highly recommend you having one of these. They're really cheap and they really hold up well. I've had one for over 3 years and it's still going strong. So it's a great thing to have, even in your daily life, but especially for long haul flights. Tip 2 is something I had a lot of friends recommend to me, and that's why I'm giving you this as one of the tips, is Bose noise canceling headphones. I'd heard about them for several years, but until I took an international flight, I didn't take the plunge. And when I started telling people I'm going to Rome, it's my first, international flight, other than I'd gone to Mexico and Canada, but never like long haul flights. And I usually just use my AirPods, or back in the day, the air whatever they're called, the ones with the wires on them, from Apple or Android or whatever it was. And everybody that I talked to said it's worth the money, because I was thinking $350 or $400, some of them are $500 for these just headphones that I'm gonna use one time. And so it came up on Black Friday. I got a really good deal on the Bose silver headphones. I'll show those to you. Oh my goodness, that was a year ago. It just popped up on my daily photos that it was a year ago today, actually, that I got them. And I have used them so many times. I use them on every flight now. They go on every single flight. No more crying babies, no more dogs barking, no more loud talking and chattering and stuff. None of that anymore. But the noise canceling is the primary reason that you want to get the Bose Quiet Comforts. They have a new version out, which I'll put the link down in the description below. Obviously, everything I mentioned is right down below. You can click it, read more about it, learn more about it. And Sony has some really good ones that are rated really good. I just personally, everybody I knew had the Bose, and I just felt like that was a safer choice. The thing that surprises me the most is how comfortable they are. They really fit really comfortable on, and they don't overheat. Like, I'm a bigger guy and sometimes I get really hot, and I thought they would really get around, and I'd be kind of constantly fidget with them, but I can wear them for hours, and they breathe somehow but still cancel all the noise. And it is crazy how good they are, how comfortable they are, how well they cancel the noise. Third thing that is amazing to me is they keep the charge forever. I mean, I have used those things and abused them on a flight and put them back on weeks later for another flight, and they still like at 99% or 95% battery power. And it tells you when you power them up and stick them on, it tells you audibly what the battery's at and if it's connected to what device it's connected to. And that's a really little tiny thing. Seems tiny, but it's really big if you're really considerate of others, and you may be connected to an iPad when you're trying to listen to your iPhone, and you turn the iPhone on and it starts blaring out in the plane. Because it tells you connected to iPhone or connected to iPad, you can know if you need to change it to a different device before you start playing it. Just a little small details that Bose, of course, always takes care of. I own a lot of Bose products. Love Bose. They are amazing quality. They hold up and they sound amazing. One of the things that really tipped me over to purchase the Bose noise canceling quiet comfort headset was AirPods. Normal AirPods will only connect to one Bluetooth device. And there were two of us, and we wanted to watch the same movie. We knew we were going to want to watch the same content and kind of be together on the plane. And you could not connect both AirPods to a singular audio output. With Bose noise canceling headphones, you can. Two headphones to one audio source. That gives you a huge advantage if you have kids, or it's you and your wife, or you're traveling with your family or something, and you want to both listen to the same music, or both watch the same movie on the plane, or both watch the same movie or TV show on your iPad or your phone. Whatever it is, you can do this. The app lets you connect those two together. They have a beautiful Bose app that connects everything seamlessly together. And I believe the AirPod Pros, the new ones that are noise canceling, also now let you connect more than one AirPods to a single audio device. I know when you're sitting for 10, 13 hours, you need things that are super comfortable, super lightweight, super well quality, that work really well, that are not going to let you down. And that's what this video is all about. It's tips to make sure that you have a pleasant, enjoyable trip as much as you can on a 13-hour flight. That is my little plug for Bose. It's a must-have. If you buy nothing else and get nothing else for your long-haul flight, you need to check those out. They're really, really worth it. And of course, if you buy them from Amazon, link down in the description below, you have 30 days to try them. If you get back from your trip and you didn't like them, just send them back. You know, that's the beauty of Amazon and their return policy. It's a beauty of trying out products and not having to pay for them if you don't like them. And that was my approach. I was like, if I get back from my trip from Rome and I didn't really need them, or I thought they were kind of heavy or hot or whatever, send them back. But I ain't sending them back. I'm keeping them. I seriously flew to Vegas just last week with just a backpack. Really quick, one-day trip, back out and back the next day, and I took my Bose with me. You know what? I needed them. The first flight, there was a screaming kid. And then on the flight back from Vegas to Dallas, there was this guy sitting right next to me. I think he was drunk and sick. He was coughing, but like this deep, like he was about to die cough. And over again, and sneezing and everything. And even though I didn't feel like I was getting sick or anything, I just, having those earphones, putting them on immediately and being like, shh, that's gone. I noticed the guy next to me kept doing this. So I knew the guy was just constantly, and you still hear a little bit, but it's so reduced that it's amazing. Okay, check that link out in the description below. Bose Quiet Comfort noise canceling headphones. They have a lot of different headphones, but you can try the new ones. I can't guarantee you if they're as good as the ones I have, and I'll put that link down in the description below. Tip number 3. This goes along with whether you use the Bose headphones that I mentioned, or in other videos, or in this video, or you use AirPods, or you use Sony's, or whatever you use. If you're going to take a long haul flight to 10, 13, 15, 20 hours, those planes are always going to have onboard entertainment centers that allow you to get either free or paid for movies, TV, stuff like that you're definitely going to want. And so after doing a lot of research on trying to figure out, like, do my AirPods connect somehow because they're wireless to that entertainment center, and how do we both listen to the same thing and all that stuff, is how it led me down this path to the Bose headphones, and then to what I'm just going to tell you about now, which is AirFly. And everything I mentioned is down in the description below. Hit that subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. It's free to do so. Cancel at any time. Everything we put up, you'll get notified first and get these tips to make your trips easier. And we got cool stuff that we're going to mention, and we're going to be trying all kinds of different stuff, and you'll know if it's good or bad. And because we have nothing but honest reviews here, and that's the trick about flying long haul flights. That's what this video is about. And so you need a way to transmit that audio from the entertainment center on board the plane. That's usually in the back of the seat. Sometimes it will fly up from, if you're in the front seat, it'll fly up from your armrest, or they have very different versions and different variances based on class. If you're in first class, it may be a big screen in front of you or to the side. It may pop up. It may be a tablet you can set around. In premium economy, they have bigger, nicer screens, and coach, you may have smaller screens, but still they have some kind of entertainment that will help you pass the time of a long haul flight. And so Airfly is a 12 South product. There's other products, I'm going to put those in the description below. I've tried 2 of them, but they're transmitters, and they transmit the audio via Bluetooth to your headphones. So we were able to plug in, just like it comes with like a headphone jack, because most planes are still old school with the old RC headphone jacks. You just plug it in, and it kind of dangles down, and it transmits the audio from the plane entertainment center to via Bluetooth to your phone, and then to your earphones and so forth. It worked beautifully for us. I was so glad that I did the research, because we would have got on the plane and we would have been like, we have no way to listen or watch these shows except to use their old-timey headphones that they'll sell you for like $5 that have the wires that come out and they get all in your way. When you have wireless headphones, you can move around, you can even get up, walk around a little bit and still be listening to stuff, or not be so like tied down, because you're gonna start feeling that way anyways because it's so long. And so I'm gonna put the links down in the description below. The only tip here is that to charge it before you leave, charge it while you're there, like wherever you fly to, so that when you fly back, it's charged up. Mine lasts forever, but I still just charge everything just so I don't get on the plane and find out something's dead, because then it's worthless. You might as well not even have it. And so just, they use both of the ones I'm gonna mention below. There's a cheaper option, and then the Airfly, which is a little bit more costly, but definitely easier to use and more geared to just being on the go. Both of them use USB charging, just really quickly can hook it up to a laptop or to a plug or anything, anywhere you have a USB power, and charge that up. Okay, so this is the bonus tip for this quick tip tech long haul flight video. It's all about adapters. Now, if you're flying international, there's 3 different kinds of plugs that you could run into. If you're going to Europe, you're going to run into a certain kind of plug, which is 220 volts and has usually 2 round cylinder spikes that go into the outlet. If you're going to Japan or Asia, you're going to run into different types there. And in the Middle Eastern area and Thailand and stuff, has different types. So the easy way to not have to worry about any of that and not have to do a whole lot of homework on this, and I'll put more videos up about this, but you can buy a really cheap adapter. It comes with all the different plugs, so you're always good to go. It even comes with some USB plugs, so you have options there if you need to plug in your phone or something that's USB powered, to give you a couple extra plugs. I've used this, we've used this on cruise ships in the Med. We've used it in Rome and Italy. We've used it in Japan, South Korea. So, and we're going back to Japan. We're going to Thailand. So those videos are coming too. South Korea's videos are coming, and but we went all over Europe. We went to Spain, Barcelona. We went to France, Palermo, and Malta, and Genoa, all over Italy and Rome, and it would just work great. It's held up. It's really small, so it fits in your suitcase really nicely. Now, if you buy an away travel bag, they do. It does come with these different connectors and power supplies, because they want to make sure you can charge your battery pack that I just talked about, and so that comes in handy too. One thing to note here, and the reason I'm doing this bonus video, is getting an adapter to change from American plug to a different kind of plug, like European or Asian, does not change the voltage. So in America we use 110, most of the world uses 220, and if you use something that is not geared for both, for dual power or for 220, you can cause fires, you can burn up your equipment, it can be very dangerous. So especially you ladies, if you have like curling irons and stuff like that, you definitely need to either buy a converter, which I'll put a link to all this down in the description below, so you don't have to like guess or figure out which the best one is. But really the easier way is to buy your curling iron or whatever you're using. You can find them with dual voltage. That means they have an automatic converter inside of them, and so you don't have to worry about it and carry an extra device and have to worry about all that. But if you don't want to rebuy all your stuff, you're going on just a quick 2-week trip, and it's like a lot of money to rebuy all your tools and whatever that you use, then buy that converter. It'll help you. It'll make sure that your products are safe. Now, if you have Macs or iPhones, any Apple products are going to be dual voltage. So you have 110, 220. They can convert it and handle all that for you. And there's a lot of other things. Just be sure and check what you're plugging in is capable of that, or it can be very detrimental. It could cost you a lot of money, and you might lose something you really needed for your trip and stuff like that. So besides just getting an adapter, which you definitely need and want to just leave in your suitcase and travel with, be sure and get a converter if you have devices or products or tools that you use while you're away that don't do 220 voltage, so you don't burn them up or cause a fire or something like that. Now, the cool thing about the little adapter that I'm talking about in this bonus video, and then I'm going to put a link to all this down in the description below, right underneath the subscribe button, but it's also American, so you can use it all the time. It's a great little adapter. It can plug into a hotel or into a guest house or Airbnb or wherever you're going, and you can use the USBs and the plug outlets on it and stuff like that to just give you more access. But it's also beautiful because if you travel international even once a year or several times a year, you have it with you. It's very inexpensive, very easy to get, holds up very well, comes with a little case even that you can put it in. So that is my bonus tip. I hope this helps you. Thank you so much for watching another ZachusTravel video. I hope these 3 tech tips for long haul flights helped you. I hope that they make your world better as you travel on these long flights and go to your crazy cool business trips or vacations or whatever it might be. Be sure we have other long haul flight videos that you want to check out with other tips. We have so much stuff for you. So be sure and hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified first when we put up new content. It's free to do so. Cancel at any time. We want you to be part of the ZachusTravel family. And I want you to travel safe, travel in style on a budget, and travel easier. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.